Everyone, my name is Heather Gavin, and I am your church council chair for the year 2022. And I've been a member of the church since 2007. I have 3 children, Rachel, Jack, and Liam, and you can often find us up near the front where they like to sit at the early service. I'm also in the Cornerstone Sunday School class. Outside of church, I work for Accenture, where I've been there for 23 years. I am in their business operations group, and I help run a piece of our business. I run our global SAP business. Also, on top of all that, in my spare time, I'm a volunteer with Cub Scouts and with Girl Scouts quite actively in our community. And then also, I like to do Pilates. You'll find me at the Pilates studios several nights a week. So if you ever want to come try Club Pilates, come with me. I'm happy to always take someone to do that. I find we need time for relaxation and taking care of ourselves. We need to put on our air mask as well as taking care of those around us. So I love all that. And I look forward to getting to know many of you better or for the first time this year. This year, you've been selected for leadership for Flower Mound United Methodist Church. So first, I want to say thank you for doing the brave step and saying yes. I know when that call comes, it's often scary to say yes for the first time, and even yes to say, I'm going to do one more year of this, because I know for many of you, you've been leadership for a while. So thank you for that brave step, and we are going to be so blessed, and you will be blessed by having said that yes. For many of you, you may think, well, how did I get that phone call? Well, it's because we look across everyone in our church and look for where they have gifts of leadership. Each of us have different gifts that we can share, and helps to make our congregation stronger and helps to make all of our ministries stronger. And each of you has a unique call and has unique gifts that could have there. Many of them come from the fruits of the Spirit. We have things such as love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, and self-control. And all of these are evident in each of you. Additionally, we see very, very strong members in our church in each of you. We see that you are faithful in your Bible study, that you've been very generous in your financial gifts, that you are very good in your prayer life and caring and looking after others in our congregation. You are very welcoming as people come in, and overall, you're seen as someone that people look at to trust in, and when they come to our church every week. And so we see that in you. We saw different things, and our nominating committee saw that. And so we have asked you this year to take on a leadership role. And so thank you again for taking on that chance and being with us this next year. So our role together this year is going to be twofold. And I'm going to show you a few things now on how that's going to work. So first, we want to build you up to be the best faithful Christian leader that you can be. We want to empower, encourage, and equip you with the tools you'll need to not only do your job of ministry with confidence and clarity, but to also do that with courage. And we're going to do that by coming together in our monthly church council meetings. They're going to be on Mondays at 7 p.m. They're typically the fourth or last Monday of the month. And in this, we do a couple of different things. We celebrate everything that has happened across all the different areas of ministry in our church, and we see what is happening and how everything connects in. And we also look at how we can support each other, because we need to be able to have our ministries work together and to see where we can pitch in different areas. We're also going to help you see hopefully you'll see a larger picture of what's happening in the ministry of the church and which topics are having. So second, we want to go next slide. This one. So second, we want to invite you to keep growing in your discipleship. And as a church leader, we have certain expectations of how you do that. And you'll see here on the screen, there's 5 areas or 5 tenets of leadership that we are hoping that each of you will be able to participate in and can shine in as you grow as a leader in our church. So we'll go through each of these. The first pillar is to build you up as to be the most faithful Christian leader you can be. Is to commit to regular Bible study and to be in devotion with everyone else. For this, I think there's so many options in our church to go through. There are many small groups you can belong into. You could be in a Sunday school class. To me, when I see this one, it's all about feeding yourself. We are going to be doing a lot of work as leaders to be feeding the spiritual needs of those in our congregation, and we need to feed ourselves as well. We to be able to stay sustained, we're going to need time to do this. So please take a look at the brochure you got around all the winter devotions and Bible studies that are available to us, and pick one of these. And if for many of you, if you're traveling or you have a busy life, then find something else. Find that book, find somewhere to connect in, but make sure you're doing things to grow yourself spiritually this year and to grow in your ministry and being ready to help others in our church. The next one, number 2, our second pillar, is to find accountability by being part of a smaller group within our congregation. So we want you to be faithful in coming to worship every week, but we also want you to find a group that you connect into. That could be a Sunday school group. That could be the women's group. It could be the men's group. It could be helping out with our youth. It could be finding, it could be a Bible study that you're in here. So we just want everyone to have a place that they plug in. And again, it's a way that they are staying current with what's going on in our church and hearing what's happening. And it's also a way for you to continue to be very active in yourself, and what's also to feed yourself as well. So I highly recommend that. The third pillar is to be a person that can pray for, encourage, and build up all of our fellow leaders. It takes a lot to do this, and all of us need to know that we're in prayer for one another. So I would encourage you to spend time praying on the different ministries that we have, praying for different members of there, and looking at our prayer list. One of the things I thought about is there will be monthly status reports we go through that are sent out as a pre-read for our church council. And I want to say to you, this is a moment of worship as well. I want to say when I read through it, even as I write it, take it as a moment to be prayerful and look at the blessings of our church. As you read through all the things we've accomplished, this is your time once a month to just reflect on what's been happening in our church and be thankful and to praise God for the things that he's brought to us and the wonderful things that have happened. It's also a moment of reflection where we can pray and say, where is the mission of our church going? Are we achieving our goals? How could we do things differently? How can we do things better? How can I help someone else in an area of ministry as they put out their needs they have for theirs? So there's going to be lots of things in that report every month, but I know it's not just a status report. I think it's a moment of worship that we take some time to be praying and building up each other. So the fourth pillar is your financial support. And this is one that we need everyone to be a part of, because while money is sometimes hard to talk about in the church, money is what helps us to do a lot of the ministries that we have here. And we want to be good stewards of that money. So there's two sides to this. One, we want to be good stewards as we plan our ministries, that we use all of our resources to the best they can be used. And also we participate. People are looking to us as leaders. And so we encourage everyone that's on the leadership team to be giving regularly throughout the year, not just one time, but kind of steadily throughout the year, and to also be encouraging others to do that. Take some time to reflect on this. I know many of you have already done your pledge card, but if you have not done one, you can always do a pledge card either in person or you can do that online. But just to be very brave in this, stepping out with this and looking at ways that you can help out our church to reach its financial goals. And the fifth pillar, the final one we have, is that it means to share your witness. This year, we're going to have a lot of focus on helping those in our community. Many in our community are looking for a way to release all the anxiety and tension of the past 2 years. And they're also looking for, where do they belong? They want to belong somewhere. They need a group. And so a big piece of this is we're asking everyone to at least once this year, though hopefully many times, find a way to invite someone new and in your community to be a part of this. And this can be a lot of different ways. It could be to come to church service with you. It could be to come to like an Easter service. It could be to come to our Easter egg hunt. It could be to come and do the Lent study with you, to come with you every week and do that. It could be to come to have pancakes as we do that to kick off Lent. Find a way this year to get people there, because I think we want people to know that they are beloved and that they belong in our community and that we are praying for them and that there is a church home that's available to them at Flower Mound United Methodist Church. So let's all find a way that we bring more people into our family and they know more about what we do. All right. So these 5 pillars combined are going to allow us to not only grow in your own faith, but they're going to help our whole church as a whole grow in its faith. And we're going to be a stronger body. We're going to be a stronger group together and what we can accomplish and how we can get to our goals. So if you have any questions on how to get plugged into a small group, on how to be more involved in our different worship services and how to offer financial support, how to get your pledge in, or ways that you can invite a friend, because I know that sometimes that's scary. I mean, that's not always the easiest part of this list. It sometimes could be, well, how did you invite someone? Each of us is here. Alex is here. I am here. Anyone else in the church council, let's all work together to make this happen. And so I look forward to working with all of you. This is going to be a great year. We are going to build a home together, or even ourselves as a leadership team. And there's so much we're going to be able to accomplish this year. And I look forward to working with all of you in 2022.